Hey, what's up, Ray Blaze? So today I'm going to be doing a review of Gladiator II, which is a 2024 film that is a sequel to the original Gladiator film that came out in the early 2000s. And before I get into this review, I want to give a warning that there will be spoilers throughout this video. So if you haven't seen this already, I highly suggest you click away because I don't want to ruin it for you. Now, with that being said, let's begin. So in this film, you have quite a few actors such as Paul Mescal, who is the main protagonist. He plays Lucius, aka Hanno, who is the son of Lucilia and Maximus. Maximus is the protagonist from the first film, portrayed by Russell Crowe. He actually gets killed at the end of that movie, which if you're seeing this movie, I would highly recommend you go see the first one because I couldn't even fathom how this movie makes sense. If you haven't seen the first Gladiator film. And Lucius is like the son, or is the little boy from the first film. And also you have Pedro Pascal, who is a Roman general by the name of Acacius. And once again, I apologize, I will be screwing these names up. And he is the he is the husband of Lucilia. And then you have Denzel Washington, who is one of the antagonists in this film. His name in the film is Macrinus, and he is a Roman businessman who, I guess, supplies the Roman military with weapons, and he also puts gladiators into the arena. And Peter, I forget the dude's name, but he's like the Numidian chief. He's the one dude who was in the Mummy 2 and a few other films. The only reason I want to bring him up, even though he does have somewhat of a minor role in this film, I feel like his character was not, like, I feel like there's supposed to be more of a plot dialogue with him, and it's just like his character dies off earlier in the film, and there's just like nothing there. Like, it's just like there's no plot. Or anything like that, and that also leads into some of the things I don't like about this film. Even though there are quite a few things I do like about the film, I'm going to start with the bad and then talk about the good. So the first thing is, after watching this movie today on my day off, I was like, dang, this film really feels like the original. Like, seriously, like they took so many of the same plot devices from the first film. I was like, dude, why are they doing this? I feel like they could have like made a new plot elements for this film, and it just seems like they didn't. First off, the beginning scene where there's a huge battle, and then the main protagonist, the love of his life gets killed, or his wife gets killed, like carbon copy from the first film. The guy's a soldier, gets put into, he's like basically enslaved, and then told he has to fight in the arena as a gladiator. Once again, like the same plot elements. I mean, you have like the two like emperors in this film are like sort of the same as the one emperor from the first film, portrayed by Joaquin Phoenix. Except these guys are almost like cartoon characters. They're acting. I just feel like it just felt weird in the movie, man. And I don't know, man. It didn't sit right. Like, there's just things that they were doing that just, I don't know, man. Like, it was almost like comedic, or I'm sorry, it's like some sort of comedy relief, and it just failed at doing so. And also, another major like plot copy and paste was when General Acacius, he basically wanted to go get his legion of troops who were like not too far away in a place called Ostia, and he is betrayed by someone in the Senate or something along those lines, and he is basically the soldiers he was with were like all killed, and he's forced to fight his stepson Lucius in the arena. And Lucius hates this guy because this is a general that led the siege in the beginning battle that ended up having his wife get killed. And I don't know, man. It's just so similar to the first movie. And I'm trying to think what else. Let's see. Oh, and then there's like unbelievable shit. Like, you know, in a couple of the Gladiator scenes, they have sharks in the arena, which is completely historically inaccurate. In order for like, there's no way that they would have been able to transport sharks from the ocean and then put them in the arena to fight in battle. I mean, that just wasn't a thing. And then also, they had one dude riding a rhino. I mean, rhinoceroses are like you can't. They're not domesticated animals, and there's no evidence of like gladiators fighting on rhinos like ever. And I feel like that was just a little bit silly. One of the scenes where they're fighting baboons, I mean, that could be plausible, but then there's no historical evidence. So if you're like a huge history buff, and that's like your thing, and like that's all you care about, I will say this scene or this movie will be a little bit cringy because there's like people in this movie that exist before and after, or there's technology that wasn't even created yet, like trebuchets, and it's shown in this film. So stuff like that. If you're someone who's a student of history, I guess it could like make you a little bit cringe or whatever. But I love history and I love learning about history, and I watched the movie 300 and I thought it was awesome. Not because of its historical accuracy, but I like action films, dude. I grew up watching Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone and, you know, those kind of films as a kid, and I don't know, I just like that kind of stuff. And if you're like someone like me who loves action movies, this film, you'd probably enjoy it. But there are some scenes where it's just like, what the heck are they doing? And I do think that Denzel and Pedro Pascal definitely carried this film. I think that Denzel is just one of the greatest actors of all time, and in any film that he is in, he just, even if the plot is like not that good, I feel like he elevates the crew around him and the movie itself. So if Denzel wasn't in this film, I would say the review for this film would have been a lot worse, but he definitely brought some light into this. And then also the action scenes was just like freaking awesome. Like, it was so cool seeing like Roman ships in the Colosseum having like a mock sea battle. That was like pretty sweet because they actually had to, you know, recreate a lot of the Roman, like, you know, like the Colosseums or whatever, and then they had to like build the boats and everything like that. So I mean, it was a lot of like detail that went into that. It's just the plot itself just didn't seem very like well put together. And then the last scene in the movie where Macrinus dies, that actually didn't happen either, because he actually went on to become the emperor for a year or two before he was eventually deposed and executed. So I mean, but then again, it's Hollywood. You know, if I would rate this movie on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it like a 7. You know, maybe like a B- or whatever. And that's my takeaway from this film. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below if you've seen it already. And hope you guys enjoy your day. Peace.